We're live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mac.
It's Big D.
Also known as Don. And it's the Mac and Don show. We got a special guest today. If you want to introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name is Josh Gloor.
It's an honor.
You had to get the horns.
You had to. I appreciate it and I'm honored.
Yeah,
We're honored.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
Excitement all around, that's for sure.
Oh, shizzle, my nizzle. So why don't you just tell the people a little bit about yourself? Just give it a little introduction. I don't know.
I was there cue to crack the strings. But my name is Josh Gloor. I'm an aspiring stand-up comedian, skits and sketches under my low budget, low fidelity production company, Wade Serial, which is also a podcast. And then other than that, I'm just a guy that likes a campfire and likes to have a good time.
Hell yeah, I'll drink to that.
Love it,
Cheers.
love it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Actual cheers.
Actual cheers. Hell yeah. So, stand-up comedian. Attempting.
Some may compare me to an aspiring Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
That was a callback, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So have you ever gotten on stage?
No, that's the thing.
Okay.
I can go into it, but I don't want to go into it. So before I made the commitment to do that, I was gonna put in time into writing the jokes. I did 3 notebooks worth. Probably only took a year.
Like full notebooks?
Full notebooks. Front and
That's
back.
a lot of jokes, buddy.
That's impressive.
But I'm sure you guys know, like, just riffing around or just kind of brainstorming ideas, you can write 100 things and only like 90 of the, or 10 of them are gonna be
right,
like worthy jokes. And then so right now I sifted through all those notebooks, highlighted the things I liked, put them on a Pages document, and then I read through all that about 40 minutes. I just read it just how I'm talking. I didn't like do any emotional or like comedic tone or anything. And I'm not saying I'm 20 minutes away from like a Netflix special, but
that's still impressive. Yeah.
But it funnels into like my 5-year plan.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, we're going into 5-year plans. 2 minutes into the podcast. But
what the fuck was that?
But just do then I read through it again and I picked out all the bangers and then some ones that are like okay, like good like filler stuff, and then I got about 25 minutes of that. So, and you work at Comedy Works, right? And I know they do.
I did at once.
Oh, it did. And I know they don't do it on a weekly basis, but they have New Talent Night. And I could only presume that it's probably a 5-minute set.
Right.
And same with like a lot of just the regular clubs in Denver and the 2 that are here. And then
Loonies, right?
Loonies and then 3E's.
Yeah, 3E's I think has a what am I trying to say? Stand-up night, amateur night, something like that.
Yeah,
on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, and then this is the thing I don't like about theirs is they're like the crowd decides. So then in parentheses it says bring your friends, and it's like I don't want that. I want people.
Actual criticism.
Right. Yeah. But anyways, at 25 minutes, that's 5 different
jokes per minute, right?
Well, 5 different sets.
Okay.
So if it's a 5-minute set,
right?
And then
you
just go. I'm gonna rehearse those 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna go in 5 straight weeks and do a different set, and then maybe that'll catch the club owner's attention or something and earn a spot there. But and then once because I still gotta get up on stage and just fucking do it. But if I conquer the springs, start going to Denver and doing like not necessarily Comedy Works, but the other clubs.
Yeah, they got
clubs.
the Denver Improv.
Yeah, anything
then,
really, right?
And just go from there. But I'm excited. I think I'll be on the stage like either January or end of December, really.
Yeah, dude, that's so
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, me and Donovan are always like, yo, this would be a good bit.
Yeah.
I have this one bit where I'm like, I think it would be a little bit more convenient if you were handicapped sometimes.
Just the convenience of being handicapped, you know?
Like, you ever just been like having a long day and shit? Like, I don't know, at least where I work, from where I gotta like walk out to where my car's parked is like so far.
Literally,
I'm
he's
like-
not even exaggerating. Like his
right.
his car you need to drive to be
Right. So sometimes I'm like, bro, if I just had a wheelchair right now,
just like
just fucking wheel there, bro. Like 10 times more convenient.
Yeah.
You want to park in a handicap spot? Come on now.
And me and Mac have talked.
Every time you get on a plane, you get in first class.
True, you get on first and
I think they got handicap discounts. Come on now.
Do they? What are you getting discounted on when you're handicapped?
I think I've seen some sales on. Oh wait, did I ruin the bit?
Wanting to get on stage lately, like we've been talking about that, just because we have bits, and what I've been bringing up is like it's like telling a story on stage. You know, it really is just. I think if you have a good story, you know, you could tell that on stage and then tie in some different things, and so that would be like something that I would be interested in too.
Would you guys do it solo or as a
Solo?
Okay.
Yeah, solo for sure.
Because I think we could probably maybe do it as a duo, but I think he has his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
like,
both
thing.
kind of like have our own style.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. I was gonna say
Hell
something
yeah.
about.
So like, who are like maybe some of the comedians that have like influenced you, or like maybe
gonna
some
say the
that
same
you
thing.
just like?
Yeah. I like.
Drawing a blank.
No, I'm kidding. One Norm Macdonald, I think pound for pound, I think is one of the greatest joke writers ever.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking hilarious.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
His is different. like,
The deadpan is awesome.
He's
He's the master of deadpan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Norm's brilliant. Like even doing bits like Weekend Update with SNL, and then just actually
Classic.
writing jokes, and then the Norm Macdonald Live, like just the bad jokes that those are some of the funniest things.
Yeah, that's that deadpan. You like they're bad, but like in a good way.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It's like sometimes you don't know that they're a joke until he hits the punchline, and then
Exactly.
the punchline makes everything else make sense.
Dude, yeah, it just. I think like I got into him, like really into him, like about a year and a half ago.
Really?
And like so into him, and I put him on to some of like the friends in my group. And when he passed away, I had 2 phone calls from my friends saying, "You gonna be okay?" And I'm like, I mean, I'm sure his family's hurting more than me, but his actual friends. But yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Me with Mac Miller.
Both of us, yeah. That
Rest
was
in
a sad
peace.
day. I almost didn't believe it.
Yeah, for real. No, like there's a lot of deaths like that where I'm just
Right.
like Charlie Murphy.
Right.
Didn't want to believe it.
Charlie Murphy. Okay. So Norm Macdonald, classic.
And then this one, it took me a long time to like kind of just think about it. And you ain't gonna pass the meat? No.
Oh man,
I wasn't. But I thought I used to when I was in high school, which I found out today. Well, I knew I went to high school with Mac, but I'm finding out you were there my senior year, you guys' freshman year.
Let's go Gladiators.
Oh yeah, go Blacks. Yeah, that navy blue, let's go. But my mom put me on to Daniel Tosh, which
Okay.
and like a lot of people I you guys would probably like understand exactly what I'm saying, but some people immediately associate that with Tosh Point O, the show.
Yeah,
Which
that's what I just did in my head.
Yeah,
which-
it's raunchy though.
Which I think made him relevant in the last decade, but like his actual stand-up, like he only has 3, and I don't know, I loved every one of them, and
I think I've listened to a couple on like
Pandora.
yeah,
I've heard a couple on Pandora as well.
you guys still listen to Pandora?
No,
not
man.
recently.
No, it fell off.
This was a while ago, but
Yeah,
I've
it
It
definitely
fell off.
listened to
I feel
it.
like nobody uses Pandora anymore though.
Why would you use Pandora?
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah, you gotta be a fucking cheap schmooze in this day.
You listen to free music with ads, bro? Are you kidding,
It's like you go to YouTube to listen to all your music.
bro? You want ads? Go to Spotify, bro.
But and then so Tosh has a special place in my heart. But don't get me wrong, I do feel like his demographic for Tosh Point O is like the stereotypical like 16 through 28 bro guy, like white guy in college. You know, like those Chads and Brads.
And that low hanging fruit that you were talking about.
Yeah, his Tosh.0, the show, it did. I watch it a lot still. I notice on like the low hanging fruit, and then again,
Some of it was funny though.
Yeah, some of it.
Hide your kids, hide your wives. When he does like where they are now type.
Oh
shit.
yeah, dude, I love those, the web reunions. And then but his actual stand up I think is brilliant. He has an amazing joke about how hard it was to drop somebody off at the airport pre 9/11, and it's almost Opus like, it feels like. And then but someone that really got when I was starting to take
Sounds funny.
I know, it's an Opus and 9/11 in the same sentence, but
Oh no.
But Chris Rock was a huge
Hell yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't even know if I can say influence, because I definitely say my style is nothing near Chris Rock's. But
Yeah, how would you describe your style? Recording on the Roadcaster. Sorry for any technical difficulties, folks. The good old Mac and Don audience. But anyways, let's get back into it.
So Mac.
We didn't say, but we sparked a blunt.
Yeah. So that's we usually make it known so that way our friends can also partake. And Mac always has a saying, just something to
Stimulate the mind.
stimulate the mind. So that could be a beer, that could be a blunt, that could be whatever you want it to be.
You can shoot off some heroin if you want.
Hey man, if that's your thing, black tar heroin to the groin, all right?
oh yeah,
Or that white China shit. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Black tar, white China. I don't discriminate, all right? White, black, it's all the same to me.
heroin
Yeah.
of all types.
I'm like that one doctor that's like, do all the drugs. You know who I'm talking about?
There's this,
Doctor,
there's this
his name is Dr. Carl Hart.
Carl Hart. He's a professor at college. Harvard, I think. And
He wrote a book called Drug Use for Adults or something like that.
Oh hell yeah,
and he does heroin with his wife in small doses.
like yeah, small doses and recreationally.
And I don't know if he actually like uses a needle. I think it might be like, I don't know. I just remember all the, like, he brought it up and all the comments were like, oh, this guy just does heroin with his wife. You know what I mean? Like, he just likes to do heroin with his wife, because the whole time he's like trying to convince the Joe Rogan at the time that he's like, no, it's good. It's like, it has good effects. But like, also at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude's kind of out of pocket.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he's a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Doctor and a professor at Harvard.
Out of pocket. Though.
And an author. He wrote a book.
Wrote a book, so you know the guy is like,
He's got to be legit.
has no talent at all.
Dang. Okay.
How much effort does it take to actually write a book, though?
Facts. Okay, back into the comedy discussion, though.
I was gonna ask Mac, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite comedian? Because that's a really hard question for me. I'm
Yeah.
like literally trying to ponder, and it's like my instinct is to say like Eddie Murphy or like Richard Pryor, but I don't know if those are like actually my favorite comedians.
Like, I don't know. There's so many comedians out there, I feel
Right.
like. I really like, obviously, I like Schultz. Schultz
Yeah.
is like probably my favorite. But
Josh doesn't know Schultz, but he definitely should.
he said he knew of Schultz.
Yeah,
I feel like you could like.
we could put him on Flagrant, though.
I feel like you could like take a lot from Schultz.
yeah,
Yeah, he's just.
I definitely gotta check him out. One thing I'm super bad at with everything is music, comedy. Comedy, I'm a little more open-minded to, but movies is when someone I'm bad at accepting recommendations, just because it's gotta get my attention, and then But
That's fair, honestly. I might agree.
But I take your. I know you guys know what you're talking about, so I'll definitely.
Fair enough. Yeah,
take
we're also.
heed.
I guess we shouldn't be trying to like push it down your throats.
But also Joey Diaz and Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn. Oh, how'd you feel about his last special?
I thought
I thought it was pretty funny.
I thought it was so funny.
Really?
I thought it was pretty funny.
I watched
You didn't think it was funny?
I laughed at some parts. I watched it in a parking lot of a emergency room, so because I had to take my mom. But I don't
That's
know.
why.
his first one on Netflix, that one I really enjoyed. And I really enjoy, like, I don't watch his podcast enough, but whenever I see clips, like, I think he has like the best personality for a podcast. Too.
Yeah,
I agree.
But he's just a cool guy, and like I have nothing, but I just wasn't I wasn't too moved by the latest special.
I think I definitely wasn't moved by it, but it's because I watched the podcast and he borrowed a lot of jokes from the podcast that I've already seen. So a lot of it didn't hit as hard.
Yeah, I think he uses like his podcast kind of like to riff jokes and like kind of. I mean,
is that not what we're doing right now? Too,
yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like if you think about like this whole year, like not this year, but like the year prior, like you only took one hit, right?
I hit it twice.
Oh, okay, I mean if you
I can
insist,
hit it a third time.
if you insist, bro.
Time.
I mean, anyways. Like this whole prior year, like they weren't even able to go on stage or like work out any material. So I'm sure like he was using his podcast to like work out a lot of stuff to see like
accurate
what's funny, what's not.
Yeah, I would with a lot of people. Like again, I don't keep up with too many podcasts. But I can see that being a major like threshold for a lot of comedians this last year, 2020. But did you guys ever like Mitch Hedberg or Stephen Wright?
I've heard of Mitch Hedberg before.
I've heard of Stephen Wright. I haven't heard of
those guys.
Mitch.
Are super similar. Quick, I don't actually. If you guys get into Mitch Hedberg at all, which I think he's the more iconic one of the two. He's like the more stoner version of Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright was definitely had a weird presence on stage. Was super funny, super deadpan. When you said Norm was the king of deadpan, I was like, Norm's up there, but Stephen Wright's just so like he emotionless up there, doesn't pander to the audience. And but Mitch Hedberg's definitely probably the more iconic one of the two, but both very similar. And then he died of a heroin overdose actually.
Damn,
and
crazy.
It was on
R.I.P.
April Fool's too, and everyone thought it was a joke at first. And
Damn.
His wife was a comedian too, and I follow her on Instagram. And she said something. It was one of those like not meme-ish, but you know those like I don't know. It was just this weird picture of said something about 2020, and I just commented like, "What would Mitch think of it?" And then she's commented back. And we're having a full-fledged conversation, and she's literally telling me like how Mitch was when he was writing. And
wow.
But yeah, that was really cool. But Mitch Hedberg. Sorry.
No, you keep going.
Oh well,
no.
I didn't know if you had. I don't.
I just want to add on to what you were saying, because like when we went to go see Andrew in Nebraska, I think we were so moved by the fact that he actually talked to us.
Hell yeah.
We were so close up front that he actually heckled us.
Yeah, he had.
We were like, shit on us, please.
Yeah, he was trying to transition into a bit about fucking how wild Vikings are as a mascot. He was like, "You guys are mad at the Redskins. Like Vikings are wild boys type shit, you know?"
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I was doing a show in Minnesota, and these dudes in like at far corners, they were like, woo," and they were like, "What? You guys are from Minnesota?" And they were like, "Yeah, we drove 6 hours to get here," and something like that. And then we're over here like, yo, we just drove like 10.
Yeah, literally.
And then Schultz was like, "Wait, if you drove from Minnesota, you drove from Minnesota, like, how come it took you longer?" And we were like, "Nah, we drove from Denver." And he was like, "I wasn't fucking talking about Colorado."
Yeah, out of nowhere, and he's like, "Get tickets to the fucking show." He's like, "Why didn't you just buy tickets? I was there." And
yeah, we were like, "It was sold out."
Yeah,
he was like, "You guys were probably too busy sucking each other off."
Yeah, and then he hit us with that, and that was like everybody was laughing. It was just like awesome to be able to interact with him, because we're also big fans of his podcast, and everybody from his podcast was there, and even somebody we didn't know as a comedian was up there doing comedy, but killing, like comfortable, has a routine down and everything. Like I was seriously impressed by Mark and his producer and everything. Like everybody that they're like their little friend group. I think that was the coolest thing, is like seeing that like everybody's coming up together and like we're here seeing them and
that's super sick.
But I wanted to ask you, when it comes to like writing jokes, like you said, you wrote like 3 whole notebooks. Do you start like out with the premise, or do you start out with the punchline? Like, how do you like kind of do that?
I think I've written 3 notebooks and don't have a single punchline. Kind of. I'm kidding, but not really. But I start with and it sucks. Like sometimes I am too inspired by people. Like of course when Norm passed away, I'm binging Norm videos on YouTube, and then it's like I'm almost like I might have to just go see a doctor, because it's almost like my voice turns into Norm's voice, which that's not my own thing. So, but I just start writing. Like I'll write, like even if it's a grocery list, and then hopefully maybe I'll think of something else. But I just write and like I'm striking out, I'm bombing a lot. It's kind of a bad trial and error thing, but it's fun, and sometimes I get to, so like I can blow plans off and spend 2 hours writing, and in that 2 hours I might have one funny thing, and but it's I don't know, it's interesting. Like I just write weird thoughts. I used to tweet weird things, and then I kind of just do that in a notebook now. And,
Okay, that's dope.
like I wrote my opener.
That's seriously badass.
It was actually supposed to be a skit that I wanted to do, of this like those public access television or commercials, and it's this guy coming out, overweight guy, and maybe balding, and he's like, and it's outside of a gun store, and it's like, "Hi, my name is Kurt Cobain, proud shotgun owner," and I was gonna go into that, and then I just thought, I didn't have any fat guy to do that, or a gun store to shoot in front of, or a script. So I thought maybe that would be an interesting opener. My friend told me that opener is like, he's like, you're gonna get people's attention and realize like, oh, okay, this is what I'm getting into. And,
Yeah, I might agree.
And then like I don't know, I'm rereading all these jokes and rehearsing them, and I got this one. Hopefully I don't bomb on the podcast, but it's I was reading one of those whitewashed fortune cookie fortunes.
Hell yeah.
It said a loaded gun is full of possibilities. Lucky numbers include 911 and the suicide hotline. and it's just that.
That's perfect.
And then I got this, and it's actually a rape joke I'm learning. But as I work the material more, I went home with this drunk girl at the end of the night from a bar. And it finally occurred to me after the 5th or 6th time, she says, "Josh, no means no." And I just said, "Wow, this bitch really can't parallel park." But like I guess that does have a punchline, but I don't know. It's like I sometimes.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Is this a Quentin Tarantino movie? This man just told us the punchline.
Wait, no.
But it's weird because it's I
don't get it.
like
I also don't get it.
oh now I gotta explain this.
I'm sorry.
funny.
Yeah, literally.
No,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
funny, but
it's
I'm like
it's
Yeah.
like a drunk girl. The premise is a drunk girl, and God, now it makes me worry that I shouldn't use this on stage. But
no, you
sorry.
should.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you should. That's fucking hilarious.
It's like
But I just don't get the correlation.
it's
Yeah.
like no means no, Josh. Like, and I say I went home with this drunk chick from the bar, so it's like, is he like pressing sex on her? And then it's like, when I say, "Wow, this bitch really can't parallel park," it's like I was asking her the whole time, like, "Oh, can you parallel park?" "No." "Are you sure you can't parallel park?"
Oh, okay.
"No, Josh,
Okay.
I can't." But so yeah, and then I
Okay. Hell yeah.
I was like,
No, that's good. That's good. No, fuck yeah. That's
I
funny.
might add that to the bit.
Yeah.
But it's also I don't know.
A
Like,
little context goes a long way.
my friend John, he just
No, that's funny. That's funny.
it's took a while to get there, but we got there. But my friend John told me, he's like, "Dude, you just need to make jokes for the one person that's gonna laugh in the club." And so that's what I also think about, like with like
For me, I just like flagrant jokes.
Like,
Like shit that's
exactly. I'm the same.
like
way.
that. That's like
Yeah, you think it's a rape joke, and you're like, the anticipation is great. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's I was listening to the one of the later episodes that I was telling you guys before
With the-
we started.
not to interrupt, but the good thing about that joke is the misdirection.
Yeah.
Best. We talked about that on a previous episode. That's what makes comedy like to the next level.
Yeah.
Is always that misdirection.
Like you
Yeah.
think this is going one way, but it's going a complete different way.
Yeah, I think I like a joke comedian. Like I remember a couple years ago, I think that's when I started following like Comedy Cellar, Comedy Store, All Things Comedy, and seeing clips of Rodney Dangerfield, who's like a legit joke comedian, and like what you were telling me about stories earlier. And that's how Mitch Hedberg was. He's like, I do these one-liners because I was never good at telling stories, and I tried it like Norm with the Shaggy Dog stories. Like when I was in college, I was going to school to at first history, but then switched to creative writing, and like I write poetry and stuff, and like I'm like, well, I'm capable of writing a story, but am I capable of making it funny? Which like if you think you're funny, you should, but I just have a bad like the closest. I don't want to spoil my future set list, but another one is I had this roommate. We were watching the Beatles film A Hard Day's Night. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's not really worth it. The Beatles are way too hyped in my opinion. But we were watching it, and by the end of it, he like snaps his fingers and he's like, "Oh my God, Paul and Ringo have autism." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "No, seriously, they have autism." And I was like, "What makes you say that?" And he said, "Their eyes are really close together." And I was like, "That's just speculation." And he said, "No." He's like, "That's legit a symptom," he informs me. So then I look at him and I notice his eyes are too close together.
Are they?
And I said, "Isaac, you look like a child rapist." but
Come on now.
But
Get this man on stage.
But yeah, like it's weird. Like the writing process is so sporadic in my notebooks. Like sometimes I'm rereading it and I'm just like, what the fuck?
But out comes some really good shit, huh?
Yeah, like it's like you gotta, and that's just comedy in general. It's like you're gonna bomb and you're gonna kill, but like definitely trial and error. But yeah, like it takes a while to get your final product, and the fact that Louis C.K. was doing a special year blows. Not just
One special a year, hell yeah.
That was insane, and
killing.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I like he was like, I throw one joke out a year and then I just like recycle the joke.
Yeah,
dude,
right, like he's like I throw one joke out and I come up with a fresh one every time.
Yeah, and that's how like people, rightfully so, gave Seinfeld shit for that, and then Seinfeld's last Netflix special was all new material, and that fucking I laughed so hard at that. Like I got a soft spot for good old Jerry Seinfeld too. But
the show.
The show's
classic.
Do you guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna mention this to Donovan. I was gonna say we should start structuring the pod like that, because I was seeing, I forget what I was watching, but the way he writes it is he just basically gives the people a premise, like here's the situation, but like usually like a show like has a whole script, like every single line is scripted, but it's his show. He's just like, okay, here's the situation, and then everybody riffs off of it. So all the reactions and all that type of stuff is all like literally
Improv.
in the moment.
Yeah,
it's all improvised. So like, it'll just be like, I don't know, I spill my beer onto my fucking shoes.
Yeah, and then you stand up and you're like, what the fuck? And then
right, yeah, dude, literally everything after that is improvised.
Them fake ass Yeezys, bro.
Right.
But yeah, and he has I watched this YouTube video why Curb works with that format. And then when you got people like JB Smoove, like they're people that are also like I don't know how much thought he put into orchestrating this cast
right.
with Jeff Garlin too, and but yeah, it's people that can handle like Richard Lewis in there. He's good at the reaction to that. Dude, yeah, Larry David, like, I think he's on my GOAT, or not GOAT, but on my Mount Rushmore for the greatest, like, of sitcom writers. I don't know if you guys ever thought of, like I put a Mount Rushmore for, like, everything.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I might steal that.
No, dude, do it.
I might steal that.
My Mount Rushmore for television, I'd say Larry David. The Sunny Crew, like, I think...
Oh, bruh. I was talking about Sunny today with my coworkers and how, like, that's another example.
How are they still going?
Yeah, that's another example. So, for my college final, I was in this painting class, and we had to make these stamps, right? So it's like a rubber stamp, like a rubber eraser, but you take a carving tool and you carve something out of it. And I carved Danny DeVito out of this fucking rubber stamp tool, and then I inked it in 4 different colors. I have a yellow print, a green print, and then you like lay it down and you have to like roll it over again or whatever. And I have like all these like vintage prints that I did of like Danny DeVito, and it looks just like him. I feel like I'm pretty proud of it. But
yeah, that shit was about to get canceled after the first season. Then Danny DeVito was like, nah.
Yeah, deadass. He was like, I'll fund give it everything I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess his son was a fan of the show.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, I'm on it.
Dude, that show is amazing. I don't know if you guys know who Gary Shandling is. He did a show in the late 80s called The Gary Shandling Show, and it was like it was pretty groundbreaking television. It was on HBO. Unfortunately, not on HBO Max. But then he did this other show. He was actually going to take over Carson on the Tonight Show.
Oh shit!
Instead of Leno, or they were both up for it. And then he did a fictionalized version of a late night talk show called The Larry Sanders Show, and that's what the show is called as well. That's on HBO Max. It's really good. Me personally, I also like that fictionalized universe where people are playing fictionalized versions of themselves.
Right, kind of like on what's that movie? This Is the End.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and
that's a good.
And then so he has a lot of people on there from like the '90s. Like Seinfeld was on a couple because their studios were right next to each other, so they had him. They had David Spade was on one of the first episodes. I don't know if you guys.
I know David Spade.
David Spade. I know.
Come on.
No. I wasn't gonna say.
Yeah, I've seen David Spade live before.
Was it just this last?
No,
September?
it was a couple years ago.
Oh, I just saw him in September.
Damn.
I'm not gonna put him on my top.
Your Mount Rushmore?
Definitely not the Mount Rushmore. I don't even know top 10, but I genuinely like all those like guys like Norm, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider. I'm not too big of a fan of.
Yeah, he's kind of like a great value Adam Sandler almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just. Fuck that guy.
You can do it.
He's definitely one of those friends with Adam that should be grateful they're friends with Adam.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
He has work to come, but
Who's the rest on your Mount Rushmore though?
for sitcoms.
I mean, you were filling in a Mount Rushmore, right?
For TV writing, I'm missing that fourth person because I got Larry David, the Sunny Crew, and then Gary
Larry
Shannon.
David is it like I didn't really like consider
Solid
him.
pick,
You know what I mean? Like
Well, not stand up, but like writing like
Yeah,
television,
fair
like,
enough.
like comedy, like for television.
definitely Seinfeld, right?
Yeah, he did Seinfeld and then he did Curb, and I think two examples, but two long lasting.
Yes.
Fucking Dan Harmon.
Who's Dan Harmon?
What? He did Community. He wrote Community.
I never watched Community.
And he wrote Rick and Morty.
Did he write Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did both.
I like Rick and Morty. Damn, that's impressive. Well, honestly, I gotta wait till everything's said and done. I'd put because you guys were referencing Donald Glover on the last or the one that I listened to, and but again I gotta wait until everything's said and done, or if he does any other projects before I can I think the only current one on that list was the Sunny guys, but they're like you said, how are they still fucking doing it?
Dog, like
Damn.
how long has it been? Like almost 20 years. It feels like
It premiered on
No
my
way.
10th birthday, 2006. So we're rolling into 20 years. Yeah.
like 15. It's like, damn.
Have you guys started listening to their podcast?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
dude, it's interesting. They like it's short, 30 minutes, and they do they got I think they're doing it episode by episode, and then so they're referencing episodes, and I like that kind of stuff. I
Right.
like that trivia. But yeah.
All right, let's see what this sticky pause is about. Is it good? What you guys think?
Yeah, are we rating it?
Yeah.
Might
Out
as
of
well.
10?
Out of 10 out of 10?
Out of 10.
What do we got here?
Or what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, is it an IPA?
No,
Nah.
it's not, but it's bitter just like an IPA.
It's a wheat
Well,
ale. It's a wheat ale, so similar to like a Blue Moon. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
That bitterness is strong as shit.
I
though.
don't taste that bitterness.
You don't?
Much.
Fair
That's why I
enough.
thought I was like, if it's an IPA and you hate IPAs, this is the beer for you because there's no. I
something.
don't.
Yeah, you just thought it was IPA
it's-
because it was a high ABV.
Yeah, 7.5.
Do you like IPAs?
I thought I did. I was like,
I do not. I can't even
Wait,
convince
well,
myself.
Have you tried like the fruity kinds?
I've had a haze. I've had
Yeah,
the
the
voodoo.
hazy.
I got a Walmart hazy. All right.
Try. I don't know. Try different types of hazies. Try like a
Yeah.
juicy hazy.
I gotta keep trying. You know?
I don't know.
Like go up to the bartenders and be like, "You have a juicy hazy beer," and it's gonna be like juicy.
He might pull me into the back. It's
gonna be like juicy and-
he might pull me into the back.
It's gonna be like juicy and like fruity flavor, not like all bitter and hoppy like the other ones.
He'd be like, I got something juicy for you.
What in the fuck was that?
I like the.
Okay, it's pretty good though.
Yeah, it's
a
super
little
good.
sipper.
And also, mine's been open for a while.
I'm already a little
so
drunk though.
Cold gets to it. But,
I should have told you we were gonna crack it on camera, but you cracked it. He cracked it right when he took it, and I respected it. Like I got respect.
Had I never done that, and you said, "Do you want to take a few minutes to tell them about you?" and you guys both simultaneously. So I thought maybe I was taking one for the team.
No, for some reason, me and Donovan are just
all three of us were. You were the last trifecta.
But no, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I mean,
10 out of 10.
You say 10 out of 10?
No, it's just my favorite beer right now.
Oh no.
Oh, we're good.
Are we?
Yeah, we're good. Just keep talking.
Look. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
This is the improv part of the
improvisation. All right. Well,
riff.
Well, I was gonna ask Josh, when it comes to podcasting, do you have like any like a podcast? First of all, plug your podcast.
Yeah, please.
And tell the people.
Why is it named Wade Cereal?
It's so I don't. Oh, I was loosening it the whole time. So it's
Hey, righty tighty, but.
Am I going the right way now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, he's going. It's counterclockwise. You want to go counterclockwise?
Oh, yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah.
If you look, if you're thinking about a clock.
Sorry, I was raised by a single mom. So
Holy shit.
Father.
Fair enough. Hey, that's 3 of us that don't know our dads.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Do you guys?
I think it builds character.
Yeah, it really does.
I've thought about just leaving.
Maybe that's what comedy's all about, is not having a dad.
I don't think so.
Well, no, it is.
I feel like you've got to kind of have a little bit of a dark soul to want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
You just want to fill the void with laughter. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I like to just.
Who doesn't like a good laugh?
I like to just come home after a long day and just throw on a comedy special
Yeah.
and laugh.
Yeah. Get your laughs.
Those
You
are
gotta
my-
get laughs every day.
Those are my fondest memories. Are you okay?
No.
No.
Do we want to just?
Hold on. I think I got it.
Do you want to just switch?
I didn't
Do you want
anticipate.
do you want my mic and I'll just hold your mic?
Oh no, I got it. No, I don't.
Okay.
I get it and it gets loose. Here, I got it. I got an idea. I don't got it.
Okay.
Hey.
Should
hey.
we?
No, I'm chilling.
Okay.
But Wade Cereal, it's called Wade Cereal. That's like a while to get to. Wade Cereal. So I'm a big. I don't know. Do you guys like sports?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. I was gonna ask you.
Well, I have to ask because being raised by a single mom, it took me a long time to get into them.
well,
Okay.
What?
His
Okay.
mom
Okay.
didn't really watch sports.
Okay.
So.
So I was gonna. Okay. So. Okay. Time out. All right. All seriousness. If you're from Ohio, why are you a Miami fan?
Okay, you got it. You picked that up, huh? Not a lot of people do.
You fucking picked that up.
Not a lot of people do. Okay, so
Aren't you like a Marlins fan, Heat fan?
sorry ass Dolphins fan and Florida Panthers, which is in Miami. So okay,
Florida Panthers.
yeah, that's their hockey team.
Oh.
Okay.
I was over here like,
I'm glad you asked.
So
you're gonna let it slide.
I wasn't gonna watch that.
So growing up, I would try to watch basketball, like college basketball on Saturdays, and then Dwayne Wade with Marquette, like hearing his name, like I liked him. I just liked the name Dwayne Wade, and I was like, well, I'm gonna. Years later, I was a kid that like skateboarded a lot, like, and I was one of those guys where it's like, I just didn't fucking care about sports. I wanted to be edgy. I wanted to fucking kickflip shit. I didn't want to see fucking dunks. But,
Sometimes you want to kickflip, and there ain't nothing wrong with kickflip. I ain't gonna lie.
I support anyone that still kickflips or wants to learn how to kickflip.
Hell yeah. Me too.
But
Skater
then
boy.
Years later, I'm like sort of getting into sports, and then I see Dwayne Wade, and I remember the name, and I like started liking the Heat first, and then once I started getting more into sports, I think high school I really like started getting into like football. Not really into it, but enough to I got to the point where I wanted to learn like everything about sports and like and I always when I was learning it, I didn't have a dad, obviously, as we discussed. I had a friend who was really into sports.
Why is that funny?
And then,
hey, there's a bit.
So actually, I'm trying to work on a bit about my dad was it doesn't need to get dark, but my dad killed himself, and he by hanging himself. And I don't know if you guys know this, but hung versus hanged. Like that like that man.
I don't know if you guys can understand or wrap your mind.
No. That, like some people will say, like it's not like I can say my dad hung himself. My dad hanged himself, and it's like the definition on Google says hung is used any other time.
Yo, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
Sorry. That's not funny. That's not funny.
But it basically says use hung any time other than the time when a person's neck is suspended from a rope and they cannot live anymore. And it's like, oh, so when I'm ever fogged up and don't remember which one to use, I just think about that one traumatic experience that affected my entire life, and that's like, okay, I got the gist of this now. But anyways, moving on.
That's not the punchline, bro.
That's not the punchline.
That's not the punchline.
It's still
I hate to tell you, but it's hung versus hanged.
hanged. But he hanged himself. Josh, this is my impression of the social workers coming to my house the next day. Joshua, sit down. Your father passed away. Oh, okay. And I want you to know this. He wasn't hung, he was hanged. Might be on an English test. And then, but moving away from dead dads,
Oh my goodness.
which is my favorite alliteration in the world.
Mine's just deadbeat. That's all.
Deadbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, but one time, Donovan's stepdad almost killed us.
really?
Yeah. He's my
On accident.
Well, my dad, who I
he's
call
his,
my
like,
dad,
real
right?
dad, but
So long story short, my dad, who I call my dad, me and Mackenzie were making beignets. They're French donuts.
Okay.
with our boy Elijah.
And Mackenzie needed a ride home, and he's like, hey, can you give me a ride? And I was like, hell yeah. So I asked my dad, right? My dad shows up. Not gonna lie, he might be a little drunk. You know what I mean? But he's gonna give his boy a ride and his buddy a ride. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
Respect.
we're driving between Fontaine and like somewhere around Fontaine and like Grinnell, around over
No,
there.
you're gonna know. We're driving like on CNS Road. You know when you keep going down CNS Road and it goes into fucking what's that neighborhood?
Oh.
Yeah, in the Mark Shuffle.
Yeah.
But what's that one neighborhood called?
Lorson Ranch.
Yeah, Lorson
Lorson.
Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Florissant or
Lord,
Lorison?
L. It's
Okay.
with Lorson Ranch.
Right, so we're driving up from there, and then we're coming up CNS Road, like before it turns into Mark Shuffle.
And it's like a dirt road, and my dad just doesn't notice that you're supposed to be turning like a sharp turn.
It's like a curve.
Yeah, it's like a curve. You know what I mean? And I swear to God, my dad flies over off the road into like. There's like nothing out there at the time, you know what I mean? And so like he veers back onto the road, but the whole time Mackenzie's like, and then to the other side, and I can see him in the rear view, and he's like, like in the back, and my dad veers on, and then it's just dead silence, like my dad's just driving all like regular.
No,
and
it wasn't
like,
just one veer. There was two veers. He like veers off. He tries to veers back on, then he veers back off, and then he veers back on.
Yeah.
It was a couple veers.
Okay, he had to correct himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's I got in a car fender bender once.
No, but we get back on the
Congratulations.
road. No one says anything. We're just,
It's quiet for a minute. It was quiet for a minute.
Dead quiet for probably about a minute or two. Next thing you know, We're just all dead ass
laughing our
asses off.
And my dad to this day doesn't like. He's hush hush about that. Like he doesn't talk about that.
That's amazing.
Shout out to my dad.
Oh god.
Nothing was wrong with the car.
No, it was just like
Just a couple beers.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Just a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. I got it.
Wait. Okay. So, dang, I was gonna transition into something, but I just forgot. So, you were living in Ohio. Why did you move to Colorado?
My mom. So we're the opposite. She grew up here, but was born in Ohio, and I was born here and grew up in Ohio. So she wanted to come. She like had this. I mean, when you're growing up like those, she moved out like 24, 25, and obviously when you're growing up, that is a lot more exciting like period in your time. Like between like high school to 25, I guess that she was. So she was she was like romanticized like with like she had fun in Colorado, and then we moved to Colorado and the rest is history.
Hey. Guess what? The rest is fucking history, folks.
Okay. That's hilarious.
But Wade Cereal is just some fucking disappointing.
1, 2, and it's just
about 12 minutes.
it's just a big ass.
All right, by 52, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, we're and 12.
All right. So the Wade cereal, named after Dwayne Wade, the legend.
And Jerry Seinfeld ate a lot of cereal.
Really?
I myself eat a lot of cereal.
You like Jerry that much?
Did I know he ate a lot of cereal? Yeah.
What's your opinion on like clean comedy? Like he only does.
Yeah, he doesn't even say a cuss word in his
No,
comedy.
it's my opinion on it is I can't do it.
But like, isn't that strange in a way? Like,
Do you think
why?
that? Do you think that almost makes him more skilled?
You guys, I'm sure you guys. I would say so. Yeah, or at least a layer to the artist,
Right.
And the craft for sure.
But it's not corny like Kanye, where he's like, "I'm not gonna say any cuss words in my songs."
Yeah. And it's what makes it, because if Jerry Seinfeld's talking like in Comedians in Cars, like he has no problem dropping the F-bomb and this that and like relating to
Right.
other people. So I would say that's a layer and skill to do.
Fair enough. I see what you mean.
Because when I said that, I felt like when I rewrote in the parallel parking rape joke, and as we referenced earlier, and I feel like it's funniest if I keep saying, "Wow, this bitch can't parallel park."
I think so too.
Yeah.
As opposed to, "Wow, this chick can't." I mean, I guess it both works, but me, I don't know, just me talking how I talk all the time. It's in my vernacular, so I'm gonna swear.
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be as funny if you were like, "Well, this young lady cannot."
Right.
Unless if Dave Chappelle said it in his little like his white voice.
Well,
But,
yeah, fair enough.
But
Well, Donald.
That was pretty good.
The
Okay, so Wade cereal.
Wait, cereal.
What type of topics you talking about on there?
on the
What?
podcast,
Yeah, what can people expect if they listen to this and they're like, "I want to listen to that."
they'll see if you're listening or watching. I'm real relaxed, having a nice conversation. On Wade cereal, I'm really tense. I'm fucking just gritting my teeth. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I try to find people in Colorado Springs that have talent, or even like just riffing with my friends. I have nothing constructive to say ever. I feel bad because you made the topics list. I don't even know if we've touched on it.
Fuck the topics.
We
list.
we
that's
have.
good. That's like a good back pocket. Like a podcast should be like.
Yeah,
this.
and I definitely think we have touched on a lot of things. I just want
I
to
was
have.
gonna talk about weed and fentanyl. We didn't even get to that.
Yeah,
shit.
we were going to talk about weed and fentanyl. I was going to ask you if a transformer needed car or life insurance.
I'd say car.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. That's what I said.
Because I mean, like we're walking around as human beings. Do any of you guys have life insurance?
No.
Oh, you guys need to get it.
It's expensive, bro.
Yeah,
That shit is
With
expensive.
this fentanyl going around, I might overdose any day.
Oh
Did you-
yeah, fentanyl. That my friend just just passed away this summer, and
See what I'm saying, bro? People can't even do drugs recreationally without having fears.
no, one thing on a serious note, I don't care if people partake in any drugs like that doctor and his heroin. But like, if you're gonna do it like recreationally, be smart. Get like it sounds.
Yeah,
like,
I'm about to get a tester kit.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
take a few extra minutes. You know, like
Hell yeah.
I'll be stressed out.
Wisdom.
but
Wisdom from Josh and something from Mac.
I'm just saying, like,
no, yeah,
can't do some drugs like recreational, like, you know what I'm saying? Without being like scared, like, nah.
Yeah, it's selfish too.
You have to meet up with some shady characters.
Yeah, just don't meet up with shady people.
Yo, you still need that? Yeah, bro, it's been an hour.
Hey, did I get that to you? I forgot. I was high on drugs.
That's happened to me multiple times. Dog, I forgot you was out there. Yeah, dude, I just went home. God, anyways, I'll save this rant for another day. Sorry to get off
Do you
topic.
guys like to rant?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's human nature. People love to bitch.
fair enough.
You guys bitch about anything?
Yeah, you were like, I
I
can't
take-
complain when you came in, and I
take-
was like, complain all you want. Like,
I take
come on,
my
man.
cues from Bill Burr and Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
And they're
okay.
it's probably about two of the best ranters ever.
Bill Burr up there.
I started a podcast, as I told you, at 21, and it was just me solo. And I can tell I was listening to some Bill Burr podcast. What it's called, the Monday morning show on Thursday.
And he does
So-
voicemails and
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah.
I've heard it. I've
Yeah.
heard it.
Sometimes to
Legend.
go to, they have these YouTube videos where it's like Bill Burr's life advice for you to go to sleep to.
Yeah,
And sometimes I just listen to this.
that's the
in order to
slippery
go to
slope.
sleep.
That's the slippery slope of YouTube. Like you can find anything.
Yeah, it's about a 10-hour track, so I'll fall asleep listening to Bill Burr. I'll wake up listening to Bill Burr. It's kind of not a good thing.
Do you guys sleep a lot?
Maybe around 8 hours every night.
I'm a bit of a night walker, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm a bartender, so I have to be up
You're a
late at night.
bartender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
So I have to go.
At the
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
It's yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Do you know what it
I'm
is?
sure you
yeah,
passed
yeah,
it.
yeah.
though.
Well, yeah, I know what the
Okay.
is. I work at a hotel myself, not a bartender though, but a bartender. That's a pretty solid gig, I imagine.
Yeah, for
Bachelor Mac.
sure. But
you do the. Is it just the what like? What are your guys' passions?
Like that was one of the things I had as hobbies. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of like a passion you have.
Yeah.
It's definitely podcasting. I feel like
Yeah,
would be
but this
one.
is my passion right here.
Yeah.
This is talking shit on
I
the
feel
mic.
like that's why it works. You know what I mean? Because we
Yeah.
find it fun. So it's like I don't really want we do it not to get paid, but it would also be
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
to
like,
get paid.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Are you
it's
guys
just like
best friends?
definitely.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, I wanted my best friends to do my podcast.
Well, I mean, I think one of the things that tied me and Donovan together is that we both love podcasts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys were really giving me some suggestions. I was like, shit. I don't listen to. I mean, I've listened to others. You guys.
I feel the same way, but flipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you told me about a few comedians that I've listened
Yeah,
to
I'm like,
before.
I once I watch this, I'm gonna like write those down and.
But
Yeah,
I've
check it out.
known my boy Don for a while, so.
Yeah, we have like history.
like before high school or after or during or did it start?
Middle
Yeah, no,
school.
before, middle school.
Yeah.
We did DMT together one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Twice, actually.
We've almost died a couple times. We almost killed somebody by accident one time.
Oh, yeah, for
Shit.
sure.
Yeah, me and Mac have life bonds. You know what I mean? We're like this.
100%.
Our spirits are like intertwined.
I've always felt like I got like my best friends, but I always felt like I was a little bit of a loner.
Really? Yeah. Maybe it's because
You're never
your
alone,
mom.
my friend.
My mom raised me to be a loner alone.
That's not. I mean, I'd love to unpack this subject.
This is a therapy session.
We got 4 minutes.
We packed
Yeah.
so much therapy in this in like 20 20 minutes.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
got
I
it.
feel like I'm gonna go to sleep tonight with a not necessarily a clean, sparkly clean conscience, but a clear
You know what? Come on the Mac and Nut Show anytime. This is what we do. Baby.
You can be on our Patreon episodes. I swear to God.
Yeah, you guys definitely gotta. Like I said, my schedule is a little weird. I never have a set.
Wait,
schedule.
time out. I know we only have 4 minutes, but what do you do at a hotel?
I take the guests to the room.
Okay.
The porn stars that are check in, and I fluff them. No,
So-
I take the regular guests.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you must
I'm like,
have
you
worked
go.
somewhere high end then.
Yeah, I was like maybe less of a hotel and more of a porn job. But no, yeah, I take them to the rooms.
God damn, a Motel 6? The La Quinta?
That's okay. Yeah, me and Donovan stayed at one of those one time. It wasn't very fun.
Nebraska.
Yeah. Yes.
He listens.
The lady was the front desk lady hated her life.
Pound for pound, front desk ladies are usually
At
bitches.
4, 5 a.m. We went outside and
yeah.
smoked a blunt at 5 a.m. She was pissed.
Came back like, I think we have a room here.
We accidentally got locked out of our room because the key card stopped working. It was a whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys like? I hope the answer is what my answer is. Do you guys like Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, not even
I
slightly.
love their chocolate cake.
Okay, that's
And I love their deal on Tuesdays and or Thursdays where you can get boneless and or regular wings, buy one get one.
the only thing I'm getting off that menu is a tall glass of Mountain Dew.
Is he Sean White and
Someone call
sponsored?
the police.
This man is Sean White and sponsored by Mountain
Someone
Dew.
call the police right now.
This man just plugged Mountain Dew.
I'll plug it. Like that's my guilty pleasure is Mountain Dew. It's so white trash, but
Huh.
I love it so much.
I was gonna make the same point.
Hell fucking yeah.
It's incredibly white trash, but yeah.
What actor would you have play your life?
Tony Hawk.
That was quick.
What would the soundtrack be to your life?
Definitely not Nirvana.
Definitely. Perfect. I think that was aces. Okay, do you use the flap when you take a piss?
Oh, no.
Okay. So if you wear a belt, you're gonna
We got 12 more minutes.
We were just scrambling for the last 12 minutes. Now we got 12 more. That's amazing.
I mean, I just wanted to let you guys know that so you can keep going, you know.
So you use the flap?
So
Who the fuck uses that flap?
Okay. So my understanding is a lot of people don't use that flap, but when I have a belt on, no cap, I'm not taking my fucking belt off. My belt's not gonna.
The
be
only
fucking
time
hanging out.
never mind.
I can't just pull my dick out. My balls gotta come out too.
The flap has a use, but not for peeing.
What's the use?
We in my industry we call that a blowjob with carpet. You know?
You know
Is
what
that
I'm
the
talking
scratching hole? You reach in there.
about. Yeah, I mean it's like a mini glory hole. Like it's not
Yeah.
quite there, but it's.
It's a mini.
It is. It is like
It just leaves a little bit for the mind to think about. You know, you don't know what's under the pants. You just see the penis.
How many shakes before it's gay after you take a piss?
gay or frowned upon.
No, that's just cleanliness. Come on, I don't want any. I don't want any extra drops in the undies. You know, I might shake it like 10 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just don't want any extra drops
because
in
you
the
don't want to
undies.
wipe. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to have to get to the point
I
where you wipe.
don't do any shakes and I just let it get in.
Ah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not, but sometimes.
That's what's being a guy is all about. All right.
Wait, who would you want to see? Like, it doesn't have to be someone that already said or announced, but who would you like to see? Because it seems like a trend. These celebrities want to run for president. Who's a guy that you guys would like to see run for a celebrity?
We definitely said Dave Chappelle. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I saw the clip. I didn't see the episode.
Interesting. That's a very interesting question. I'm just gonna go ahead and say myself.
Okay.
I think I would be a great president.
I don't know if I'm cut out for the job as president. I don't know if I want that job ever in
I
my
think
life.
I'm definitely cut out for that.
Fair enough.
I
It just looks like you can bang chicks and do what you want.
That's what it seems.
I had no sexual.
And then lie about
I had
it.
no sexual relations with that woman.
And then you could lie about it and get away with it.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton is beloved.
Yeah, and what was his name? It wasn't Kennedy Space Center. It was John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
He was banging Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, dog.
My man.
I mean, as long as you don't care about the public perception, you can do what the fuck you want. Fucking Trump has Stormy Daniels on his dick.
Yeah,
Come on now.
I
mean, I would have went straight for Lisa Ann, but whatever you want to do.
I want to see Tony Hawk.
You want to see Tony Hawk as president? I can see.
or
that might be cool.
Someone that has kind of joked around about it, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and then Tony Hawk is VP, and then it's Rock Hawk for president.
What?
I can see that. I can see that.
Rock Hawk.
That might.
I'd vote for Rock Hawk.
Yeah. That might take my vote. Right there.
Say rock. We're saying
Like
rock.
Hawk.
Say rock. Hawk. 10 times fast.
Rock Hawk Cock.
Here's one of the things I had on the list. Show us your browser history.
Let's not. I guess he's done.
He's like, no.
I'm like, I don't know. That might be a little sticky. Like, it was a little sticky. I wouldn't want to show my browser history.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
What the fuck was that?
What crime would you be arrested for?
Public masturbation.
Where's your mother? Oh man.
I think either that, and I don't do it as much as I had the guy I had on my podcast today. He was nervous, and I was like, let's just have a few beers before the podcast, loosen up the nerves. And then I drank two. I gave him my last 2 beers, and I drank 2 White Claws. And then I was still like feeling pretty good, like driving here, and I was like, I hope I don't fuck up. So maybe drunk driving. On a serious note, but on a more jokey note. Did you guys see the new South Park?
Which one?
The COVID one or after that?
They're all adults now.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure this is still rolling.
they're 100% adults.
And it's like
I feel like
A
that
season.
sounds familiar. I feel like I've maybe seen some of that.
So you know,
But it was definitely background noise if I did see it.
They haven't done a season yet since COVID. They've done the specials, like the pandemic
Yeah,
special,
yeah,
the
yeah.
vaccination one. So this was the 3rd one, and it sounds like there's gonna be a 4th one because the 3rd one definitely left on a cliffhanger. They didn't solve shit when they were adults, so there's probably gonna be. It's so weird. It makes me definitely appreciate them being kids.
right?
What do you think about? I mean, this might be a little bit of a long topic, but what do you think about shows like going on for too long? I feel like I would rather want another season than there be too many seasons, especially if it's a good show.
Yeah.
So it's referencing Seinfeld again. He said that because he was paid or offered all that money to do a 10th season, but he's like, there's just that moment you can walk off stage where you didn't oversaturate it. So I see
Right.
that. I was talking to you guys before the recording about Tim and Eric. They've done many projects together, but they've only done like 3 or 4 seasons at a time. Like kind of like I think Tim Heidecker referenced it as like that British like television, like a rule of thumb kind of thing where you don't overdo it. You don't want hundreds of episodes.
Right.
We talked about It's Always Sunny. That's going on 15, 16 years. And they've repeated ideas. They recycled them.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
I definitely think there's a sweet spot, but I could watch like Curb's on their 11th season. I feel like I could watch certain shows definitely. But
Yeah.
what about you guys?
Yeah, it definitely for me. Sometimes it's like just rip the Band-Aid off, you know?
Have you guys seen Shameless?
I've never seen Shameless.
Yeah, I've seen like all the Shameless.
Yeah, I feel like they needed to cut that shit off at season 8 or something.
At some point, you're just like,
Yeah. Once Fiona left, I was like, I'm not interested.
yeah.
Well, those
But okay,
those series of step bro and step sis videos, I could watch those.
me too, honestly.
If I
never get old.
That and MILF videos. Come on
Yeah.
now, we can't get over that storyline.
It's all the odious complex, classic Sigmund Freud philosophy 101.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't go to therapy anymore. I started fucking want to fuck the shit out of a therapist.
This man got some issues.
Yeah.
She need to talk.
I'm just telling my deepest, darkest secrets to a bad bitch.
What about did you guys watch I got on the trendy bandwagon, which I hate doing, but I got sucked into that show on Netflix, You. I don't know if you guys
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It's
Me and Don said it was way too pandering.
Yeah, way too pandering. The second season, I feel like the first season, obviously the best season.
yeah, 100%.
Apparently it's based off of a book though, so I feel like somewhere
Shit's
they just
fucking
fell
delicious.
off on the writing. But he's got deep. I was literally gonna say that, like, that dude has issues. You can
yeah,
tell,
100%.
like the way he's under a woman's bed, and he's like, "Oh, she wants me." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like she's flirting with me.
The first season was nowhere a masterpiece, but I thought it was. pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, like,
I don't know. I thought it was really good.
would you say 10 out of 10?
9 out of 10 for
9
sure.
out of 10.
9 out of 10?
I would shoot 8.
If I were to
Second
scale it-
season was pretty good. Third season kind of fell off, honestly.
I wish he just would have kept being a new guy and getting a new girl every season. I fucking
Yeah.
But the
That'd be
fourth
kind of
season
cool.
I'm curious about. It kind of did leave off of.
Yeah, especially when he pees in the bottle and he leaves it there. They,
Yeah,
they never wrap that up.
And
Honestly.
fucking Beck was lying about cheating with the therapist with
Jesse.
with Uncle Jesse,
It happens to the best.
and he
best of
just
us.
started coming unhinged. You know what I mean?
Happens to the best of us.
I know my man had like a box or whatever, and that shit was creepy, right? But putting that
come
aside,
on.
but
Come
putting that aside, Beck manipulated him. You know what I mean? She should have lied.
But
You
then
know
it
what I
wasn't
mean?
even Beck's a bad guy because the first girl, he's fucking. Got
Oh yeah, he did try to bury her alive,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, well, Joe. I was Joe for Halloween.
You can definitely pull it off. This
Did you
guy
just
can
wear a baseball
definitely pull that
cap?
off.
He just wore a baseball cap and like a jacket.
I had to shave
His-
my mustache, and I didn't get a haircut. I wanted a haircut really bad, but he has longer hair on the sides. But I just put a baseball cap on, some jean jacket, some blue pants, and
Sunglasses,
I think
maybe.
the shirt. No.
Wrote a little monologue.
Oh yeah, got time. Which yeah.
Did you go murder a man in a parking lot?
Shit. Are we talking about Halloween?
They're after you right now. They're fucking after you.
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
Every time we
every
fucking
time?
record, bro.
Well, I'm
It's
saying every
tradition.
time like I've been here every time,
But-
you mentioned that. And all that.
All right.
Is that the cue? The siren? Now that it finally. That's what we were waiting on the whole time.
Yeah,
Your ride to show up, right?
All right. That's the cue to wrap it up.
Yeah,
We're
for
running
sure.
at hour 15, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been another episode of the Mac and Don Show. Thanks for joining us.
It was an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah,
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
It's a lot of fun.
And I don't care what people say behind your back.
Me either, kind of. No, it was awesome. You guys are welcome to stop by my office anytime.
Yeah,
My
for
people
sure.
will get in touch with our people will get in touch with your
like,
people.
get your
Yeah,
people
dog.
started,
Honestly,
like-
I hope to see you on stage. Like, if you really like go sometime, you should let me know. I'll
And
check you out.
Yeah, I would love to do
you.
comedy with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can riff on some stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Did we just
You know
become
what I'm
best friends?
It's so crazy.
good old stud brothers. But it's been another episode. We appreciate everyone who's listening, and we appreciate all our guests and
Always like and
all our
subscribe.
mad friends. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do.
That's a wrap. We're no longer live.
Well, it's still recording.